What's up, everyone? This is All Destroyer 229, and welcome back to the Bird and the Beast. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, today kind of seems a bit more laggy than usual. Not exactly sure why. Now, last time, we finished talking to everyone here of worth at the Bandos camp. In this update, we are in Phase 3 of the event, and we're actually going to get into the fighting. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to get to the fighting. I do think I haven't quite managed this as best as I could, but you know what? Today, we get to do some fighting. Before we do that, though, let's see. Our votes for this phase, I mean, it doesn't exactly say what we got before in the escalation. But for micro change, which was the divine thing, what we can do for this week is either, on the left side, increase caravan life points, which gives a 10% increase in the life points of caravan units. Or increase bodyguard damage, which gives a 50% increase in damage dealt to enemies by bodyguards. I think I'm gonna go ahead and increase the caravan life. Actually, I may just want to hold off on that, just because my overall plan, that would kind of hinder both, so let's just hold off on that. Let's see, here, that's just general strategy, that doesn't change. Battle plans, what is the plans for this week? There we are. Let's see, last phase is winning choice, the city of Falador. More bodyguards, but no ambushers. Okay. So, for army management today, okay, but looking at the sides here, I'm kind of jumping here. The army management thing is a bit different than the Duke's Dilemma, even though they're kind of the same thing. So there's more bodyguards, no new ambushers, and a couple new battle mages. So, recruitment, we can either hire more mercenaries, so focus on ambushes and bodyguards at the cost to morale. Don't think that's exactly going to be an issue. Appeal to people's fervor, battle mages, and morale boost. Offer a sign-up bounty to volunteers, bodyguards, and ambushers with a small boost to morale. And send out press gangs, even recruitment at a high cost to morale. You know what, let's go with the sign-up bounty to volunteers. Bodyguards and ambusher increase with a small morale boost. Go ahead and claim my XP, and we'll put into divination again. Doing a few other micromanaging things. I was thinking of maybe showing off the golems, but I think I've held off on what you actually do in the event, far longer than I should. Now, like I said earlier, I said that I would have PvP off. Well, training is really slow if you don't have PvP on, so for the sake of this, I have PvP toggled. So in case any armadillions wander here, I can kill them. Which is kind of good because I'm kind of having a bit of a bad day. Had a bit of other recording issues. Now, at various locations on the world map, you'll find places where you can construct these different nodes. If you head on over to your token, sometimes you can also get to the map, there are different places across the free-to-play world that you can go to. The green spots are actual cities, and you can't build nodes there. But wherever there's a Bandosian or an Armadillion token here, or if there's blue, then that means that is where you can construct any sort of node. Now the nodes, if I can show it, repurpose, the nodes, you can build 4 different nodes at each, well, you can build one of 4 different nodes at each individual location. The first node is a banner. It's just a simple banner, it does nothing. It's the quickest to build up, since it does take time for you to actually build it, and it lasts a fair bit of time. The second is a spider hole. Now, a spider hole, when constructed, will, whenever a caravan comes through, a spider hole will spawn units, either more bodyguards to help defend a caravan, if it's of the same caravan, or ambushers to attack an opposing caravan. It's a little bit more time to build, and it doesn't last quite as long. But I think that, personally, I find the spider holes to be the most useful. There's also the combat monolith, which gives an increased buff to players for PvP situations. It's a little bit longer to build and doesn't quite last as long, but if you're into PvP, then that's a pretty good thing to build. And the final thing, is the Divine Siphon. For whatever reason, it won't let me select it, but the Divine Siphon takes the longest to build. It doesn't last anywhere near as long, but what it will do is that it will help out or harm caravans when they're divining. When they're trying to get divine energy. If it's the same caravan, then these siphons will help out in gathering divine energy. So the caravans will be able to collect the energy faster and get back to base sooner. If they're on an opposing team, it will steal the divine energy, which means that the opposite team will have a longer time getting divine energy. That leaves more time for players to come in and destroy the caravans. Now, how they work is that you just simply click work on them, or you start building one. If there's one already built, you can help repair it to increase its lifespan. If it doesn't get fully built, then it will just slowly deteriorate. Now, since this is a Bandosian node, I can help build it to repair it, and help building it gives you construction XP. Which is very nice, because this construction XP is usually very expensive. However, I actually got some sacred metal fragments. I'll get into the metal fragments a little bit later. If I head on over to an Armadillion node, there it is, a faction. That's another thing. If a node has been recently built, it will have a bit of a barrier stopping it from being attacked. And don't tell me that this is... okay. Kind of lagged right there. My connection here at home is not the best in the world. Hey, the barrier went down. When you just construct a node, a barrier will come up, and it will be free from any sort of repairs or damage for 10 minutes. However, with the barrier down, I can actually demolish it. So this will lower its health. It will help deteriorate the node faster. And so then I can then build a node for Bandos. Now, this deconstructing these nodes will also give you construction XP. So it doesn't really matter. The difference with PvP, you'll find that there are various token symbols above each player's head. This person next to me has a bit of a smaller Bandos symbol, whereas mine is a lot more pronounced. He also has a title. His is Bandosian Follower. Mine is Bandosian Warrior. These titles and these signs show whether or not the player has PvP enabled. A warrior has PvP enabled, a follower doesn't. So if an Armadillion warrior came to this node, he'd be able to attack me, but he wouldn't be able to attack this guy, because he doesn't have PvP on. So that's how the nodes work, and those are the 4 different types of nodes. Now, oh dear, we may actually get to a oh, nope, he's running away! Now, like I said, sacred metal fragments return. Similar to the Battle of Lumbridge, there are cosmetic overrides for each faction. Now, they function exactly the same. You need 1,000 sacred metal fragments, as well as a cosmetic override that you can get from various drops. Get that, and you get yourself a cosmetic override. The difference is that this time there are 8 total cosmetic overrides. 4 different weapons, and in this case a shield, for each side. Now for this event, we have a wand, claws, shield, and one that I've already used, which is a throwing axe. So those are the 4 different types of cosmetic overrides. And those are the types of things that I'm going to be trying to get. Now, in order to get sacred metal fragments, there are a few different ways that you can get them. The easiest is by just constructing or deconstructing these nodes. This didn't come out until Phase 2, but since we're in Phase 3 right now, it's all good. Now, for constructing or deconstructing a node, you'll get a flat rate of 4 sacred metal fragments, if you manage to get it. There's a small chance per tick, which is anytime you get experience. There's also a few other flat rate ones. If you're helping out in a caravan, if you're divining from any sort of divination spot, like, here, I'll show it with this just regular divination thing. Oh, hey, I got a spin ticket. If you're just divining energy like this, then you're just going to get a flat rate of 6. You're going to get 6 sacred metal fragments per tick if you do manage to get it. There's actually an enriched one too, so that's actually very convenient. Now, if you manage to get through it, on rare occasions, let me explain this before I'm jumping ahead of myself. Oh man, it went away. But on rare occasions, you'll find enriched sacred energy spots for the caravans. If you divine at an enriched spot, then you'll have a flat rate of 8 sacred metal fragments. Bleh. Okay, a flat rate of 8 of those as opposed to 6. Now you can also get sacred metal fragments through killing any sort of NPC on the opposite team, or just being at the end and assisting your side, whether attacking or defending. Now, things with divination, these constructing, deconstructing, you can also, I almost forgot, you can also heal up your convoys, like your bodyguards and stuff, and that will, I believe that also gives you 4 sacred metal fragments. But all of those things I've talked about were only available as of Phase 2. Back in Phase 1, the only way you could get sacred metal fragments were by being at the end of the caravans or killing NPCs. Now with those, NPCs, they usually give around 10 to 20 sacred metal fragments per kill for being at the end of a caravan, or for successfully constructing or deconstructing a node. You could earn anywhere from 10 to 100 sacred metal fragments, and I've gotten a lot of sacred metal fragments that way. Like one time I managed to get like 90 for at the end of a caravan. Another time I got like 99. For being at the end of a skirmish, which are other events that can happen here, I managed to get like 69 sacred metal fragments, so you can get a lot really quickly. Or you can just take the slow and steady path. Now, is there any caravans out right now? There aren't any caravans right now. Okay, so I've shown you guys exactly what to do with the metal fragments, and at the nodes. But I want to wait until a caravan comes out. So I'll hold off on any more explanations and stuff until a caravan arrives. So I want to show you guys what it's like to attack and defend a caravan. So we'll see which one spawns first. Usually caravans spawn within like 10 minutes of the last one despawning, so... And that's per side, so the Armadillo depends on the Armadillo's last caravan. Bandos's depends on Bandos's last caravan. So it's not just like one caravan at a time. In fact, quite often they come out simultaneously. But since there's none out right now... Oh, hey, that's convenient! One just spawned. Okay, so Western Varrock. Alright, so... I'm gonna go on over and teleport to Varrock, and it's an Armadillian convoy, so this should be interesting. And assuming there's no opposition... Oh, jeez! Well, that's sudden. Okay, this is another thing that can happen. Whenever you're out just regularly exploring the world, this is as of Phase 3. Occasionally, you're going to have an ambusher just come up and attack you. Just randomly. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be skilling, you could just be hanging out with your friends. They will pretty much come at you at any location in the world. There are a few exceptions, like, I think if you're at low health, they won't attack you. And if you're at banks, they won't attack you. But most else in the world, they can come up and just attack you right out of the blue. Doesn't matter if you're near a node location or not. So, yeah, that's something. Alright. But, unfortunately, that ambusher distracted me, so I'm not exactly sure. It said the Western Varrock site, but the caravan... After it spawns, the caravans do go out and wander the world for a little bit. Just simply looking for their... They go, oh, crap. Players who can attack me, get to Barbarian Village. I'm not even sure if I'm heading in the right direction or not. Okay. And they appear to be in Southeast Varrock. Okay. I do apologize that this really appears really laggy. It's not usually this bad. I just really do not have a good internet connection tonight, don't I? Okay, but hopefully there's still going to be over at Varrock, and hopefully there won't be anyone there to interfere. Let's see. There's some players here. Oh, hey, they're Bandosian. Being attacked by trees, too. Okay, so they're friendly. Okay, but the caravan was over here. Now, like I said previously, caravans will usually like go to 2 locations and not find anything. And then at the 3rd location, they'll find a divine energy. Now let's see. Oh, good, it's Bandosian. And they appear to be traveling. Okay. So, as a caravan is traveling, you won't be able to attack anyone. You won't be able to heal your guys, and you won't be able to attack the opposing army. So, as they're just traveling, you don't really have much of a choice except just following them. Now, hopefully this caravan will go up to the forces, the Bandos forces before. A lot of Bandos guys going. I chose a good world. You do want to be careful which world you go into, though. Since, like, my home world, the world that I'm usually at, it's purely Armadillian. It is hardcore Armadillian. Okay, but now I can go ahead and engage, and the first thing you need to do is just simply attack the bodyguards. That's the first thing you want to do. Usually it is not this bad. Once all the bodyguards are down, then you can attack the caravans themselves. And like all of us are just wrecking it. Now, eventually the diviners will be able to get divine energy. And, up, here come the energy wisps. Now you can go ahead and stun them. Wow, we took care of them really quickly. Now you can stun them, and that will slow down their energy gathering. for a predetermined amount of time, usually either 20 or 30 seconds, simply depending on if the Destro. They'll be stunned for either 20 or 30 seconds, depending if they're upgraded or not. And I believe Armadillo has 2 upgraded diviners, so both of them will just simply be immune. Well, they won't be immune, but they'll have... What am I trying to say? They'll only be stunned for 20 seconds. That's what I'm trying to say. However, this really emphasizes teams. Because, as you can see, with like 6 of us, we were able to completely wreck the caravan before they even got any sort of divine energy out of that. Now, it doesn't matter, like, even if they were really close, if you defeat the caravan, then the side gets no divine energy at all. So as long as you're victorious, and even if you're by yourself, you can take on a caravan. I've been able to do it, even with 1 or 2 opposing players. Kind of gets annoying sometimes, especially A, if they're PKers, or B, they have disruptor rods. I freaking hate disruptor rods. But it is possible. I've been able to do it, and I am not max level. I'm pretty high level, but I'm not maxed. So yeah, that's basically how attacking works, and that's probably the best way you could do it. Is just having a small team, destroying the bodyguards, stunning the diviners, and then it's just going all out on the caravans. That is your plan to destroy the caravans and prevent the opposing team from getting any sort of energy. Now, is there any Bandos thing? Actually, yes, there is. I must not have seen it. Okay, it's actually pretty close by. Okay, so defending a caravan is a little bit different. Let's see. They're right here. Now, defending a caravan, you have a few different things that you can do. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anyone here. Now, before with the Armadillion ones... Ooh, and enriched! Perfect! Now, assuming... Oh, okay, so assuming the Armadillion Golem doesn't just decide to attack me, I can get a lot of Sacred Metal Fragments. Now, with defending, you have a few options. You can either just go for Divine Energy and help fill up this meter faster, or you can engage in your own units. Engaging enemy units causes you to attack them. Engaging in your own units will heal them. It will actually heal your units. And in healing them, you'll gain Constitution XP, which is basically health. And it goes without saying that if you divine, you'll get divination experience. Sweet! I got like 60 Sacred Metal Fragments from that. And I have enough for my second Cosmetic Override. Sweet! Oh, shoot! There's a... Run away! I'm kind of explaining, and I'm kind of lagging. I would like to not be involved in PvP right now. Whatever. Let's see. So I can either get a shield, a claw, or a wand. I really don't use any of these types of weapons. I just stick to my Abyssal Whip. And whenever I do kind of go just like wandering the world with a shield, I have a pretty good shield that I want to show off. It's my 3rd age kite shield. So I would like to not have that be cosmetically overridden. But you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Nah, that one's kind of ugly though. Maybe not. Meh. Ooh, the wand looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get that one. Alright, so now I've got myself a cosmetic Bandos wand. Even though I don't think I even have any wands, so it doesn't really do me much good. But yeah, that's basically attacking and defending caravans. If you're defending, heal your units. If enemies have PvP enabled, that's an option. You can just straight up kill them. Or you can divine the divination spots. You can't really do anything with stun diviners, but, I mean, they'll just snap out of it anyway. If you're attacking, kill everyone, kill all the bodyguards, and attack the caravan with everything you got. Now, for one final thing, let me go ahead and teleport back to base. I believe I saw on the official RuneScape wiki that the tier 2, the tier 2 rewards should be out. I don't believe the things change. Yep, they are. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't correct. And yeah, now they're fixed. So before they said that tier 2 and tier 3 would be out at phases 4 and 7. That was incorrect. Those just simply weren't changed from the Battle of Lumbridge. Instead, tier 2 comes out with phase 3, which is where we're at right now, and tier 3 comes out at phase 5. So I can go ahead and buy my Curious. I also have a lot of freaking Renowned. I can buy my Greaves as well. Let's see, emotes and titles. Oh, it's just the one? Oh, no it isn't. Bandos' Might 2. Okay, sure, we'll buy that. And the abilities. Tier 2. This one is Devotion. Devotion is a threshold ability, which threshold abilities, they're similar to what Destroy and Assault are, in which you basically need to have 50% adrenaline. It's evolution of combat. That's something to explain for... If you get into the game, you'll understand what threshold abilities are. This is not the time or place to explain that. But basically, it's a threshold ability that makes protection prayers 100% effective for 20 seconds. And if you kill an opponent within that time, it refreshes the duration. So that's actually very nice, because with the evolution of combat, protection prayers are only half effective. So this is going to be a very nice ability, especially for emergencies. And now it's mine. I just need to figure out which ability to replace it with. Maybe Freedom? I'll decide on that in my own time. But that's basically it for this update. Ooh, there's another Armadillion Convoy. But I suppose I'll work on that off screen. So, next time on The Bird and the Beast, I'll show you guys what the construction of golems are like. And I'll show any changes between Phase 3 and Phase 4. So until next time, everyone, hopefully the lag will be gone, or at least lessen, because seriously, this lag is kind of bad. Until next time, everyone, take care.